What is up everyone, and welcome to another Operation Xbox 360 video. Today we're going to continue looking at my collection. In the last episode we looked at the titles beginning with N and the titles beginning with O, and this episode we're going to be looking at obviously the P's, and we've got one Q to add in there as well because we haven't got enough Q's to make a full video. So I'm just going to chuck it in with the P's. So without further ado, let's get cracking. The first game we've got is Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures 2. I'm not sure if the Ghostly Adventures 1 is on the Xbox 360, but if it is, I will be picking it up as well. I didn't even know this game existed. It's like a 3D platformer version of Pac-Man, which I'm quite partial to a platformer. I love Spyro. I loved what's the one I played fairly recently? Well, Brave was a Disney film one, but that was a platformer. I love all that sort of all them sort of games. So they're a lot of fun. This one seems to be based on Pac-Man, and apparently there's 3 characters: Pac, Cylindria, or Spiral. I wonder if they're all called Pac-Man, Cylindria Man, and Spiral Man. Are we allowed to even be using the word man on this? I know that it's. Are we misgendering him? Who knows? So yeah, it looks a lot of fun anyway. It's not backwards compatible. Unfortunately, it didn't come with a manual. I did explain all of this in my pickups video that this came in. There was a few pickups that came with this. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you do check out the pickup video. I will put a card somewhere along the top here. But yeah, there was about 10 or 12 games that we picked up, and quite a few of them didn't have manuals, which I wasn't very happy about, but it is what it is. Just means I'm going to have to pick one up offline. The next one we've got is Perfect Dark Zero. Now, I haven't played this for years. I played it, I think I played it on the PlayStation 2 originally, or it might have just been the Perfect Dark. I don't know, but this comes with this is a collector's edition with a steel case. It's quite a pretty steel case, to be fair. Really good quality as well. Unfortunately, with the slip cover, you can sort of see, where is it? I can't get my bearings. There, you can see the sort of circular bit missing there. So see it more like that, and down here as well. That is thanks to C.E.X, because they didn't want to. They had to put a sticker on it, and then obviously when you pull it off, it pulls the ink off, and I always pull the stickers off, so I had to do it. But this does come complete with this card. I believe it does say where it comes. That is a limited edition glyph, not glyph. Picking up a lisp here. That is a limited edition glyph. It does come with manual, and it also comes with like this little, 2 discs there. It comes with this little comic book sort of manual thing. As like a little comic book with it as well, so that's quite nice. I haven't looked at it yet, but it does have that. And it's got a bonus DVD as well. I'm not sure if that's just like, that's the bonus DVD there, and that one's the game. I'm not sure if it has like how it was made and things like that. Oh, nearly forgot to put the limited edition glyph back in there then. Oh, what will we do then? So that is Perfect Dark Zero. It's a bit of a I feel like it was a bit of a sort of a Resident Evil-ish game, but now I'm looking at it, it doesn't seem like it is. Espionage, spy, maybe more Metal Gear Solid. Oh, it says the year is 2020. The future is dark. I mean, that's the past now, isn't it? How mad's that? 2020. When did this come out? It's like 2005 or something like that. And then 15 years later, it's like you can still get this, and it's like, oh, 2020, such a bad. Well, to be fair, it's not that far wrong. The year is 2020. The future is dark. Ruthless corporations compete in a savage, unseen war for global domination, fueled by vengeance. Joanna Dark is thrown into a raging battle of corporate conspiracy and corruption, where truth and fate of the world rests on the barrel of her gun. Sounds like the world now, to be fair, doesn't it? So it's not that far off. That is backwards compatible as well, which is great. So you can play it on the Series X or the Xbox One if you've got that. The next one we've got is Phantasy Star Universe. This one is complete in box. It is not backwards compatible. This is it seems like a sort of Final Fantasy style game. Now, I got this in with a group of games that I got when I first decided I was going to start collecting Xbox 360 games. It was November or something like that, so it was like near Christmas. And my wife was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I was like, "I don't really want anything," but then I decided I was collecting for this, so I found this little bundle of these sort of RPG games, JRPG, RPG sort of games, and I said to her, "You can get me these." It was only like 25 quid or something for 5 or 6 games, so it was quite a good deal. But I was like, "Do you know what? That would be a good little start for me." So she got me these. I can't remember what other ones, but they were all quite similar to this sort of game. So it should be quite good when I get round to playing it. That's Phantasy Star Universe, not backwards compatible. The next one we've got Portal 2. So obviously in the last episode I told you a little about this, so I'm not going to rabbit on about it. This is also in my last pickups video, so I'm definitely not going to carry on going about Portal 2. Although people do keep going on at me about Portal 2, so that's the reason I've got it. I will play it. We'll get round to it. It is backwards compatible and it is complete in box, which is nice. So Portal 2. The next one we've got is Prey. This looks quite Resident Evil-esque as well. It looks quite fun, although it looks in space, so maybe more like deep space. It looks like one of my sort of games. It does say there's portals in it as well, which is mad. That's just come after Portal. 3-hour epic soundtrack by Jeremy Saul. That's interesting. Living Weapons, a living weapon. Ooh. So this is a first-person shooter of the year. Well, it was it's an awesome mind-bending experience. We Are Next, Prey. So this actually does look quite a game. I haven't played it. It is backwards compatible and it does come complete in box. I've not heard much about it, but that's one that I am going to be looking forward to playing. Prey. Next one we've got Prince of Persia. Again, it's the parkour and stuff that puts me off these sort of games. I've not really played these. Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed I've always sort of put on the same sort of bearing. But the good news, the good thing about Assassin's Creed is there's a lot of historic based information and stuff in it that I quite enjoy. Like it's set in certain historic places, whereas Prince of Persia just as far as I know it isn't. It's just an adventure, fantasy sort of mythological sort of thing. But this is the Prince of Persia. I think this is a remake of the original Prince of Persia. I don't think it is the original. Or it might be a rehash or remaster or whatever you want to call them. Walk the path of a young warrior caught between the forces of good and evil. That's a story as old as time, and it good and evil. Defy a dark god and heal an ancient Persian kingdom of a deadly dark plague to save the world. So it doesn't seem too bad, but let me show you this. So the next one we've got anyway is Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. Now, look at the art style in them. Like, for me, this is far better. Like, why change this? Like, they've taken the original Prince of Persia, which I imagine was more sort of suited to that sort of art style, and they've made it into that, which I'm not a fan of. I don't really like it when they do things like that. Just keep it to the original. I say the original. This one isn't the original, but it looks more like the original than that one. And when you turn the back over as well, which one looks more appealing? For me, that looks much more appealing than that. This looks too cartoony and childish. This one looks more sort of like sort of real good. But they're both doing the wall grab thing in the bottom corners. So again, it's parkour, but it is what it is. So Prince of Persia backwards compatible, complete in box. Prince of Persia and the Forgotten Sands backwards compatible, complete in box. I will get round to playing them, but they're I mean, this one does actually look quite good. That does actually look quite good. Skeletons and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, I think they've ruined that. I do, and I haven't even played it. But look, just looking at just art wise, I think they've ruined it. If you've played both of these games, or if you've played the original one of these, and you think this is better, put in the comments why you think that's better. Like, I know it doesn't really impact the gameplay necessarily, but it's got like Borderlands vibes on that, and that's another one that I'm not really a big fan of. That comic book sort of look, but this one, it does actually look really good. So that's Prince of Persia and Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. Next one we've got is Prison Break. This one is quite an expensive one, not an overly expensive one. I'd say just above mid tier. I think I paid 15 for this. It is a good one. Sorry, it is a good one. It is a fairly expensive one. It's not one of the typical £1 games. It is complete in box. It's not backwards compatible, and from what I've heard, it's not the best game either. I did look into it, but again, this is one of the games that I've heard are going slightly up in price, so I didn't want to wait and then risk having to pay an extra £5–10 for it when I know and when everything tells me that it's not the best of games ever. So I did enjoy the series. I absolutely loved the series, but I'm not too sure about this. So look forward to playing it. It's not backwards compatible. I think I've already said that. Yeah, complete in box as well. So Prison Break: The Conspiracy. Next we've got, I'll do these three together. We've got Pro Evo Soccer 2008, 2010, and Pro Evo 6. Do these all together because why not? Funnily enough, they all come complete in box with manuals. They're not backwards compatible because none of these sort of games normally are. But as a Newcastle fan, cannot stand him. Cannot stand him. And I just hate. I don't know why I've got this because it's got him on the cover, but I haven't got it because he's on the cover. Sorry. But I look at that and I go, oh yeah, I forgot Mike Owen played for us. Terrible, terrible player. He wasn't a terrible player. He was an alright player, but his attitude was rubbish. And he decided, I know, I'll just steal a living off Newcastle because they'll pay for me. Like, he spent, I'd say, at least 70% of his career injured at Newcastle, and was robbing like £120,000 a week off us. Absolute joke. So anyway, they're Pro Evos. That's for another conversation. Maybe, possibly, probably not, because this is an Xbox 360 based channel. Project Gotham Racing 3. Complete in box. Not backwards compatible. Again, a racing game. What more can you say? It's a racing game. I don't hate racing games. I'm just not really into them. I remember being really into Gran Turismo back in the day on the PlayStation, but I think I just prefer a good story to get me teeth into. So that will get played. I mean, I have played it before, Project Gotham Racing, but it is just a racing game. Not really much to say about it. Next, we've got Prototype. Now this seems like my kind of game. It's not backwards compatible, but it is complete in box. I'm not a big fan of when they have the classic thing all around it. I don't mind it when they just have that little classic bar there thing, that medal sort of look. But why ruin the whole box? And like, it doesn't sit with the rest of the boxes. Then it just looks odd. I don't understand why they'd do that, but I suppose they weren't necessarily thinking everyone's going to have all of the whole games in their collection, I suppose. But this seems quite Resident Evil-esque because obviously prototype. It looks like it says he's the ultimate shape-shifting weapon. So if you think about like the stalkers in Resident Evil and the prototype monsters and stuff, it's quite similar to that, I suppose. So there is that prototype 1, and we've also got prototype 2, also complete in box. This is a limited edition. It's not backwards compatible, but it does have the making of prototype 2 DVD in it and a manual. So that's always good. I am looking forward to playing these games because, like I said, I'm a big Resident Evil fan, and these stink of. I say stink. That makes it a negative. It just gives me Resident Evil vibes. It just looks quite good. Hunt and consume your way across New York Zero to take revenge on the man who destroyed your family. Why would he do that? Last P we've got Pure. Now I've got this in the double. I think I showed it off when I did my Lego Batman. This is backwards compatible, so I've got the double pack with this and Lego Batman as well. I still want to get Lego Batman, but at the minute the double pack is all I've got, so I've got that in the B section, and then I've got Pure as the game. This one is in quite good condition, to be fair, and it's complete in box. This is it quad racing, off-road quad racing. Could be quite fun. With these sort of games, I tend to, rather than complete them, depends how they mapped out, I suppose. But if there's like maybe a campaign to it, I might play that, or if not, it'll just be a matter of playing a season or doing a tournament or something, just to say I've played it. I might even try and get some of the achievements just to sort of give it a bit more replayability. And then the last one is Q, and we've got Quake 4. This one comes with Quake 2 as well, and the making of Quake 4, which is quite good. It's a limited edition. It comes complete in box. It's not backwards compatible, but I never really gave Quake a chance back in the day because it reminded me of Doom, and I'm not even a big Doom fan. Again, it just seems like shooting for the sake of shooting. Although I haven't played it for a very long time. I played it when it was Doom, like the old sort of dungeon crawler where you're just walking around and you've got like it's proper pixelated. That's the Doom I remember. And I believe there was a Quake that was quite similar to that as well, but it does seem to have come a long way. The graphics are much better, so maybe I'm wrong about it, and maybe I'll find out it's worth giving another chance. I know they're quite highly rated games, Doom and Quake, but I mean that does look quite Halo-ish, to be fair. So yeah, that'll excuse me. That might be quite good. It might be quite good. So that completes our P's and Q's. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And if you could subscribe to the channel as well, that would be great. Peace.
Take me home.